So yeah, this is one of them videos I've done a few times and a few iterations, and I saw that Kate had recently done it as well, and I thought, do you know what, why not? I shall link Kate's video somewhere, you know how it goes. Hopefully a quite short one, no need to waffle on. And yeah, it's just matching fragrances with emotions, and I think it's why we wear fragrance, isn't it? An emotional feeling, an emotional kind of reaction, comfort, whatever, you know. So yeah, that's all it is. First up, we'll start with joy. And you know, we know what joy is. Feeling happy, buzzing, kind of, you know, feeling good. It's not an emotion. Feel a lot, but it's nice when we do get it, isn't it? It's when things go right and all of that. And yeah, what I've picked for that is from One Way Bridge. Again, yes, and it's Pitching Woo, because this one is a joyous fragrance. It's the best way to describe it. Again, the notes aren't listed, by the way. It's like this peachy ice cream with a minty humbug feel that kind of is there in the beginning, and then it kind of just runs through in the background. Then you get this, the ice creaminess isn't something sickly or anything like that. It's just like a warm ice cream, I think, and then eventually you get that kind of floaty thing, like with a fizzy pop under it all, and the ice cream kind of mingles with that. It's a really lovely one, and then there's a kind of touch of sweetness through it. That's, some people say peach, but yeah, kind of peachy sweetness. It's a lovely one. So that's Pitching Woo from One Way Bridge for joy. Next is sadness. Yeah, it's just sadness, melancholy, that kind of, that deeping kind of feeling you get inside. Your head feels heavy, and you feel a bit like you're struggling to cope a bit as well, and you just be a bit emotional, can't you? And it's kind of, it's not a pleasant emotion, but it is one we all feel time to time, or often, or whatever. And it's, yeah, it's a strong one, and it can be overwhelming, and you want a fragrance, I think, that represents that kind of sits with it. You know what I'm going to mention, because I always do, it's Pourpre d'Automne from Maison, which is kind of this chalky orris. It's kind of dark, more violet. There's a touch of fruitiness in there in the beginning. Again, I think peach, a lot of peach in this one probably. And then it kind of, the purple and all the colours kind of fade, and it becomes a kind of grey mauve. And it's quite a cooling one. And it just represents like the, you know, the move from autumn into winter. That kind of sad time where everything's died and that. And sometimes when you feel sad, you're not quite dead inside, are you? Still that kind of autumn, still a bit of, you know, you've got that emotion, the ability to cry, but you know, eventually the thing that kind of resolves that is that peaceful, not having feelings, that kind of numbness of winter, really. So yeah, for sadness is Pourpre d'Automne. And we have nostalgia, which is a strong emotion, I think, especially as we start to get old and grey. And nostalgia is a kind of longing for the past, wanting to be there, even that kind of reliving it in our minds. I think fragrance is such a connection to nostalgia, doesn't it? It's that one emotion that I think is most kind of strongly associated with it, whether it reminds us of someone or a place or a time. It's such a powerful connection there, isn't it? And we all remember things as being more rosy or whatever. I think I mentioned this quite a few times, but Pavillon d'Or is my kind of nostalgia fragrance. And this is because it takes me back to being a kid and back at home. It's all the greenness. It is kind of a green, few flowers by a riverside, herbs growing. It's got that lovely aromatic touch. There's galbanum, there's various herbs, and it has this kind of watery, rivery feel about it, and it's truly, truly beautiful. But also, it just smells of the outdoors, of the green things and being outside. And I think when we were well, in our generation, when we were kids, we spent most of our time outside, didn't we? Playing in the mud and, you know, paddling in rivers and daft stuff like that. So yeah, nostalgia, Pavillon d'Or from Dusita. For anxiety, this was a really hard one to scent actually. Anxiety is expressed in many ways. It's kind of, your mind won't rest and you're kind of filled with dread. Everything gets really hard and exhausting. You just think, what's the point? Everything's going to go wrong, and you worry, and it eats away at you. It's like a little worm burrowing through your mind, isn't it? And gnawing away at you, and it can be really debilitating. You can feel sick, like have panic attacks where it's like you're having a heart attack and you can't breathe, and you kind of have this feeling that you know everything's going to go wrong, nothing's going to happen. And the best thing to do, well, it's not the best thing to do, but you go into protection, just avoid everything and sit here like a wreck and stuff, and it builds up and it builds up, and it's a really overwhelming kind of feeling, isn't it? And what I've gone for that is actually a positive one. It's scented many colours from Maple Aromatics. Now this is predominantly, it's like Tanya made it from lots of fragrance leftovers, if you like, all sorts of chords and notes and stuff, and it becomes quite, it's got a little nice green touch to it, but it becomes quite a rosy fragrance, like rose petals and flower petals and stuff of all these different colours. And I think when you're feeling anxious and stuff, it's important to remember that that's life. Life is all different colours. Do you know what I mean? All these different range of emotions, feeling blue, feeling yellow and happy, you know, purple, calm, melancholy, you know what I mean? All these things. Red, that fear of danger and stuff. And because this is quite soft and gentle, and it's got powdery touches to it as well as a kind of more fresh feeling things there. It's a whole rainbow of things and different things in it, but it all works, it's all smooth and calm. And life is all one big thing, one big rounded finished thing with different emotions and different feelings at times. And I think it doesn't represent anxiety exactly, but I think it's one of them to kind of sniff and lose yourself away and just think, do you know what, it's not great at the moment, but it will get better. So that's April Aromatics, scented many colours. Next is Fear. This was the hardest one to scent, to be honest, and how I kind of did it. It's tricky, but what I've gone for with Fear is, well, I'll do the fragrance first this time, is Joop's Bain, and it's because it's really calming. It's just one that soothes that fear. It just relaxes you, it stops you thinking. Fear isn't quite the same as anxiety. Fear is a more tangible thing, if you like. It's more something, there tends to be more of a reason for it, whereas anxiety, there's reasons, but it tends to get out of control. Fear is a real thing, isn't it? And Bain is like, it's aldehydes, it's white florals, it's woody touches, it's lovely tonka, it's I think I've said woods, didn't I? And it just has this kind of smooth roundness and this kind of like steam in a bath and bubble bath. It's just calm and reassuring. It kind of hugs you and keeps you warm and safe. Now Fear, we all know what fear is, and I think in the world we live in right now, I think we're all starting to feel elements of this. Something we're not used to in the Western world, I think, but with authoritarian governments, governments openly supporting genocides and and the mass murder of peoples, this awful evil against the other immigrants and everything, and the person to blame. It's a feeling that it represents the 2020s, if you like. So no wonder we're all scared and looking for people to blame, and that's a long one. I'll stop that there. That's Bain and Fear from Joop. Yeah, a lot of quite strong emotions from Kate. The next one is anger. As you can see, I'm angry with all this stuff, and one that makes me angry is a fragrance. We know what anger is. It's rage and uncontrollable kind of feeling of wanting it to make it stop, to do anything to make something stop. Whether we're angry at ourselves or other people, it's just an uncontrollable urge. It doesn't necessarily need to lead to violence. You can obviously be very inner angry, or shout, or kick some grass or something. But what if I pick for anger? Weirdly, I've gone for Amouage's Love Delight. I think we all know this. It's kind of fruity, it's kind of caramelly, it's kind of vanilla-y. There's no point going through the notes. It's probably got a few resins in there. Do you know what it is? It smells like a lot of stuff that's out of there. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's obviously mass appealing. Companies need to make profits and sell lots. £350 or something thereabout. And what made me angry is, this was as the L'Oreal thing was going around, and now obviously L'Oreal does own a stake in it. It's like a L'Oreal fragrance. It's a designer fragrance you could probably get. I remember someone asking me, well, if you say it's affordable or whatever, what is like it? Lots of things, that Paradox stuff from Prada, and you know, that kind of fruity kind of nothingness kind of thing with a touch of the old cashmere and in there. Basically everything that's out there, and it makes me angry that the only true niche brand that was left is gone. It is what it is. You will find other half decent houses out there before they turn as well. So yeah, it's Love Delight from Amouage. Next, a slightly more positive emotion, and that's desire. Desire it can be for someone you want, it can be something for something you have, it can be something for all sorts of things like that. It's a want, isn't it? A yearning, a needing. I suspect Kate kind of means this kind of overwhelming lust and need for affection and touch and kissing and want of a person, of your partner, and yeah, something that makes you feel good, isn't it? It's kind of something that would make you want to, sniff their neck or what have you. And what I've picked for that is actually Alien from Mugler, the original, the old one, I would say that. But this is, it just has this magic kind of effect about it, like some sort of, you always say this, don't we, witch's potion, that kind of wraps its hands round your heart and kind of gets a grip, and it's all you want, it's all you think about. It's a dark musky one. It does have cashmere in again. It has this kind of jasmine, has this kind of edgy muskiness about it, but it's dark, and the jasmine is not like something you've smelled before. It's kind of a dark, mysterious one. In the older version, it's kind of camphorous in the beginning, slightly menthol, and that. It's just something really unique and really special. It's not like that anymore, but yeah, desire is something that, you want it in the moment, you want it now, and it makes you feel good and fulfilled, I suppose, when your desire is met. So that's Alien from Mugler. And it's affection. And affection is kind of, that tenderness, the hug, a kiss, making love to your partner, if you like, or stroking your cat, or snuggling up with your dog. It's not necessarily something with a partner, putting your hand on your sister's shoulders. It'll be all right. It's a kind of warmth and lovely feeling, isn't it? And what I've gone for that is obvious as well. Kilian's Rolling in Love, which does have a naughty side about it to me, but it is this kind of soft, tender skin, and lots of musks. There's tuberose, there's this kind of almond milky feel, which is probably what the skin is. It's kind of got a little bit of a cherry almond touch there, and it's the endless musks, and it is really tender and affectionate, and it does wrap itself around you softly and kisses your neck and strokes your neck and runs its fingertips down your spine, and little soft fleshy kisses on the skin and on the lips and stuff. It's a really lovely fragrance. Again, not going to waffle on, we know Rolling in Love suits affection great, so that's Kilian's Rolling in Love. And finally, I suppose it's one of the hardest of emotions and one of the most dangerous of emotions. I've added this one just to chuck another one in there. Hope. Hope is the thing that keeps us going every day. Hope's the thing that gets us out of bed. Hope that things can be better, and they will get better. It's the thing that, you know, you think, I'm going to get up today because something good might happen. I'm going to eat this food because it might smell good. I'm going to buy this new fragrance because, you know, it could be good. And weirdly, I've gone for hope. It's not nostalgia. It's Joop Homme, because it takes me back to the days where we had hope. And all of us in our youth, we all have hope. I was reading something about the generations and stuff, and that perhaps the most unluckiest generation is millennials, because we grew up in an era where there was hope and it was good, and then we moved into the despair and everything, whereas the younger generations have never seen anything but despair and struggling and horribleness and racism, and they grew up in it, whereas I suppose us millennials had a small era where we dreamt, and I think Joop Homme takes me back to them days where you'd hope things were going to be good. You get the damn best job there is, you know, I'd pass my degree, I'd have a happy life, you'd meet someone special and all of that, and all that hope is there. And when I wear Joop Homme, I suppose it takes me back to them days where I was carefree and happy and hopeful still, so I think it goes really well. And I think for all of us, one that would represent hope probably is an older fragrance, back when we had a bit more of an optimistic view. I'm not saying everyone's as pessimistic or sad with everything as me, but yeah, I think it works well. Right. So that's that done. Obviously go check out Kate's video. I think I've done it 2 or 3 times. I think I might have done it as a tag at one point as well, so possibly Claire Smith will have a video of it. Alright, go check out everybody else's videos and stuff. So what about you? What gives you hope? What makes you angry in the fragrance world, of course? Yeah, are you feeling as optimistic as I am about the world at the moment? Alright folks, thanks for watching. Bye.